Yo, what is up gamers? My name is Russ. Welcome back to Zero to Keystone Master, a series in which I attempt to pug my way up through Mythic Plus on a fresh character, disconnected from all the achievements and merit that I have on my main characters, with the end goal of achieving the Keystone Master achievement, which is the equivalent of 2500 Mythic Plus score. Now, this also includes hiding my main's progress and my Mythic Plus score on Radar.io, and separating myself from any in-game achievements to appear as a player attempting to get into Mythic Plus for the very first time. I want to show you guys what you could expect if you did something similar, with the goal to hopefully inspire a couple of you to overcome the barriers to entry in what I think is an overall good piece of endgame content. So we're doing this challenge on my warrior right here. Say hello to Ragebath if you were just joining us for the very first time. We're currently sitting at 223 eye level. We got a couple upgrades last episode and we opened our very first Great Vault. So we had that and a very spicy DOS run, which is the other side dungeon, to finish off the key, which had disconnects and a bunch of wipes. Very, very spicy, plus 10, but it did manage to secure us a weekly, so we can now get our second Great Vault. This is the very next day. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and open it up and see what we get. Now, I would love to get a weapon from here. Whatever's in here is probably not going to be super high eye level, so it won't be like a big end game piece, but it could be a really nice trinket, it could be a really nice weapon, or it could be a good armor piece like a shoulders or a legs or a gloves or something, which we need all three of those pieces to turn into our tier set. So they're kind of the big things that we're hoping for here, and let's just go ahead and open it up. Come on, let's go. This is going to be my seventh vault I've opened today. Okay, we get a ring, and that is a mastery haste ring. So when it comes to this ring, this is actually going to, if we compare it to our current ring, one of our rings is a legendary that we're using right now, so we can't really be replacing that one. But the one that we can be replacing, the Death God's Signet, as you can see, we'll be losing 51 haste, but we'll be gaining 141 mastery. We will also be losing a socket as well, which is another 16 haste, but we'll be gaining overall about 75 of a secondary stat just from upgrading this ring, which I guess is quite a bit of DPS. That's probably around 200 DPS if I were to just randomly guess. And the only real other option we have is to take these tokens and potentially turn it into Cosmic Flux. Now, I already have these tokens in my bag from last vault, which we can buy actually 2,000 Cosmic Flux with, to go on top of our already 2,700, in which we could put towards our tier pieces. I could actually go and upgrade these 2 tier pieces now, which is probably what our first thing that we're going to be doing today is, so that we get a bit of a power boost in our character. Otherwise, we can't really actually upgrade any of our other pieces because we don't have the base item to actually turn into the tier piece yet. So right now, this doesn't seem too appealing because we can't really use it. But at the same time, this is kind of a side grade as well. It does have good stats, so I'm kind of thinking to take it, and then we've kind of got rings sorted for a while. And this is only 1,000 flux, which we'll get over time anyway, just from doing our dungeon runs. So I think for now, I am actually going to take this ring. If this were more tokens, I would probably take this. If we'd have filled out 2 or even 3 of the slots, I would probably go with the tokens just to get the flux, because that can be used towards the tier set and the legendaries. But for this, I think I'm going to go with the ring. I'm going to go with the ring, even though it's a bit of a side grade, because it does have good stats, and that is going to probably give us a nice bit of oomph right off the bat here. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that one. There it is. And now we are up to 226. And at the same time, I'm actually going to go and I am actually just going to keep the tokens in my bag for now. And we have enough Cosmic Flux already to turn. Actually, no, we don't. We do need to spend one of the tokens. So we can turn the shoulders and the helm into a 2-piece, actually. Which is going to be really, really nice for us. Going straight into this, I'm just going to buy 2 tokens worth here. So if we use these bags now, which I got, that's 500 flux, and that's another 500. So we should now be sitting at 3.7k, and I'm going to go straight into Korthia, and, sorry, not Korthia, we're going to go to Zereth Mortis, and we're going to upgrade 2 of our pieces into tier slots, and then we're going to actually have our 2-piece on this warrior, which will be awesome. So in case you don't know, you can fly down here in the south of Zereth Mortis here, and you can go to this thing called the Creation Catalyst, in which you can input pieces of gear that you have, and upgrade them either to tier pieces if it's one of these main head, shoulders, chest, gloves, or leg slots. And it actually works on any other items as well from this season. So it won't work on my 210 pieces because they're from last season, but I will be able to change any other tier pieces or any other pieces I get stats wise into other stats. So I can actually put in a cloak or a belt or boots or something, and it will actually change the stats around. Now these are predetermined. You can find a list of these online. But for now, what we're most interested in is to use it on our tier pieces. So we're actually going to get a helmet, a tier helm here, for the 1500 flux, which is going to be awesome. And we are then going to put the shoulders in to make our 2 pieces. Now these are kind of low eye level tier pieces, but they're tier pieces nonetheless, and the actual bonuses that they're going to give is going to be much larger than you know, much more worth than the actual item level of the pieces themselves. So if you see now, I just put those in. We've gone down 2,700 flux. Turns out I did have enough. And yeah, we now have Gaze of the Infinite Infantry and Pauldrons of the Infinite Infantry. And that's going to give us a 2-set bonus. Raging Blow deals 10% increased damage and gains an additional charge. So you can see now our Raging Blow has 3 charges down on our hotbars and our weak auras. And yeah, it's going to be giving us even more damage, which is going to synergize very nicely with this talent here, Cruelty. While enraged, Raging Blow deals 20% more damage and has a chance to reset. So we're just going to be able to spam Raging Blow much more, and when we do, it's going to do even more damage. So honestly, all round a great pickup for us there. And it's working towards that 4 set where we're going to have a chance to gain Recklessness as well every time you Raging Blow, which is going to be even more damage on top of that. So I might as well check our key as well. We actually got a Halls of Atonement plus 10, which is a very nice key. That's a very popular dungeon. So I'm just going to list that one up now into the group finder. Our score, by the way, is at 806 right now. So we're not anywhere close to Keystone Master just yet. So we've got to continue the grind. And I'm going to put in here, no, I'm going to list up my key. Halls of Atonement plus 10. And just list that one up and wait for people to sign up. I mean, while we do that, I'm going to fly over to the world boss up in the north. If you remember from last episode, we also slayed this guy, and there's a chance that he can give us maybe a piece of loot, and if nothing else, he might just give us a bit of renown, which is always welcome, considering we are currently sitting at 70 and we still have 10 more renown to get to power up our conduits even further. The affixes for this week as well are Fortified, Inspiring, and Grievous, so it's a new week in terms of affixes, which are not too bad. Fortified is going to be really good for us, considering I think that our boss damage is probably the weakest part right now of our kit. But I think maybe that's a me problem, but right now I at least do a lot more damage on trash, so I'm completely okay with Fortified. Inspiring is basically just one mob that we potentially have to CC or focus in each pack. And then Grievous is a bit of a healer thing, really. It's just gonna make us bleed out as long as we stay low HP in these dungeon runs. So what do we have to choose from here? I'm gonna take the rogue because it's a Halls of Atonement, and he might be playing Venthir, which means that he can not only take the Stoneborns, but we can also use him for the Shroud skip, which means I don't have to buy Invis potions, which I just should actually do right now anyway. Probably just stock up on about 20 invisibility potions for future skips. As I mentioned in the last episode, we might be getting to the point soon where we need to actually use those Invis potions. So I'm not going to take these guys. I feel like they're a little bit high eye level for me. These guys are talking about their main score and things. The mage is a little low, but no lower than me, to be honest. And the warlock's there, but I wanted to take the rogue for 2 reasons, which I explained already. So the rogue actually left the group. I guess he thought that I was too low health for him. So I decided to just sign up for a world boss group right here. And we'll kill this one quick, and then we'll relist our key back up once again. Oh, it looks like the mage and the warlock have signed up again. So I'm just going to take them because they do bring a bloodlust and a decurse. And if they are 3k radar main, then that will hopefully mean the mage knows how to decurse, which will be great. So we won't get the shrouds, so I'm actually going to make sure I stop off and buy some invisibility potions right now while I remember. That is going to be called... Let me just say hi to these guys. Hello. Hey. It's called Hidden Spirit, I think, something like that. Potion of Hidden Spirit. So I'm just going to get 10 of those. It's going to cost me 400 gold, which isn't too steep. And I'm just going to swing by the mailbox on my way back through to Oribos, Make sure I pick those ones up and put them on my hotbar so that I can easily access them when I need to in Mythic Plus. So there you go, pro tip for you guys. Always carry invis pots, just like we learned how to pick up auto hammers as well. So it's been ages I've been waiting for signups here, and it doesn't seem like many people are signing up, but this monk has actually just signed up finally. And it does look like he has some score on potentially a tanking main as well. So despite his eye level, it's probably actually fine for a plus 10, because I actually just tanked a plus 13 last night on my DK in 230. So I'm sure a 240 guy can tank a plus 10, should be fine. I was actually just coming over to the class hall. Is this place called Elysian Hold to pick up the callings because it was taking so long to find any signups. Hey. And these guys in my party have been flirting. They've been asking if they each other are girls and things. I don't know what's going on. But it's getting a bit wild and I just want to get on with the key. I know it's quite late night, so maybe that has something to do with it. So we'll have to see how the signups are for this one and how they are for the next one. And we'll have to decide, you know, if we're doing 1 or 2 dungeons this episode. Okay, finally a healer is signed up. Hopefully they stay. The tank didn't leave. Yo. So now we're just waiting for a tank. I was getting close to thinking we might have to come back tomorrow and finish the episode off. And just finish the callings for today. But it seems like maybe there's a slim chance that we can do this today. So what's this world quest? I think I've just got to protect these guys. Ooh, is this a tank? Hey, okay, nice. Let's go. Yo. Finally. Okay, it didn't actually take too long, maybe 10 minutes. Maybe it just feels long compared to, you know, if you list up a plus 20 or something, you usually get tons and tons of people signing up within seconds. It's crazy. You can get on with it and get our loot. And I actually did take a little peek at the loot table while we were flying over to Bastion, and looks like in this dungeon there was actually four of the tier pieces. We obviously already got the helm and the shoulders earlier, but there's a chest and the legs here, which we could definitely take either of those two. That would be a huge upgrade for us. And then, funnily enough, the ring that we actually took out of the Great Vault here. So yeah, the chest and the legs is what I'm really hoping that we get, or even the neck, because this neck is haste mastery and we have haste verse. So the neck would be great too. And even if we don't use it straight away, it's going to be great to have in our bag, because with jewelry in particular, it's very nice to keep a couple different pieces, because they have the most secondary stats on them. So if you do want to change around your stats at all to hit some kind of certain stat weights, like a certain amount of haste or a certain amount of mastery, for example, it's much easier to do that if you carry a different selection of jewelry around with you. At least that's what I do on all of my characters. Looks like they summoned everyone except me, but maybe they saw I was flying. Alright, they're about to summon me inside, but that's all good. I'm here now, guys. I'm here now. Now we can run a ready check and get going here. Make sure we battle shout. So I'm going to be interested to see how this 2-piece now affects our rotation, in particular on bosses. I think it's going to feel really nice. I think it's going to lead to us having more rage because of more raging blows, more damage because of more raging blows, and because we're having more rage, we should have more rampages, and because of more rampages, we should have more enrage uptime, which means more resets on enraging blows. So you can see how it all kind of snowballs. So I'm thinking this 2-piece is going to be a really nice addition to the character here, and feel like it maybe smooths out the gameplay even more. And I already thought Warrior felt very smooth, so let's just get it going and see how we do. Looks like we're going to do Bloodlust, so make sure to decurse 2. Oh no, he stood in front of me. Okay, here we go. Oops. Oops. Alright. Let's go about it, boys. Let's go about it. Plus 10 Halls of Atonement on the old Rage Path with Fortified too. Let's care with aggro at the beginning. Okay. Run past these Dark Blades because they do... Okay, I'm just going to go straight ahead with aggro. I lied. Alright, second Blade Storm, let's go. I'm gonna Stormbolt this guy. Alright, that's nice. Oh, that feels good damage. That feels good damage right there. Oh, that feels nice.
Watch your step.
Okay, that was nice. That was real nice. 17k? Dude, we're only 226 right now. Feels good. Feels really, really good. Okay, that was a nice CC they did on the Helm Master here as well. So I'm gonna go straight in, and my coolies are back here.
Dodge.
And we got Blade Storm going, and he's pulling them away. That kind of sucks for us. It's okay. Okay, Stormbolt that. I think he might have got CC'd as well.
Dodge.
The Stormbolt stops him buffing up the dogs here. And these dogs, if they get buffed, will really, really, really crush the tank. Okay, this is feeling fluid so far. Very nice. Warrior feels so good to play. If it had as crazy defenses as DH and stuff and a little bit more mobility, I would definitely just main Warrior, I think. Feels so nice. And we got damage back up again. Let's go. Second Blade Storm. Stormbolt again. Look at this damage, it's just endless. Nice. So it looks like we're not using the Venthyr to take the Stoneborns here, which I guess is kind of fine. I'm gonna make sure I focus the Relic. Be very useful for the healer to get the here. And I'm gonna save my spear until my recklessness is back up here. Also gonna pop my frenzied regen just to help us with the Orcus damage just here. Now we pop our damage. Shame we didn't get a Blade Storm proc there. That would have been really, really, really nice. But we do get one now. Spell Reflect this, potentially. Oh no. Oh no, the tank died. Tank went down. I'm keeping up with the Warlock though. That's really, really nice because I think he was about 250 or so eye level. Okay, the tank is standing AFK. He is a Guildmaster of Winter, so you'd hope he's a nice, respectable fellow to be a Guildmaster, right? He wants to reset this pull. So I'm just going to keep my distance here. Buff our Battle Shout. Only affects me and the monk anyway, so... Okay. Maybe I should have used my Rallying Cry on this pack as well. Oh, we did take the Stoneborn. Did not even notice. Make sure we interrupt these. And off we go with some damage.
Watch your step.
Alright. This worked out a bit better. A little bit better, a little bit better.
Watch your step.
Nice. Still managed 10k. I'd say 12k overall is pretty great. Pretty great. I'm absolutely okay with that. Let's see if we can keep it up throughout the dungeon. If I can finish on 10k at the end of a dungeon, I'll be very impressed with 226. Make sure we interrupt this. And we got aggro. I kind of expected that because I think he just pretty much body pulled. Dodge the thrust. I want to make sure we're always looking where these dark blades are facing or looking where the tank is standing here. There's potential that we could get deadly thrusted. I'm actually gonna hold my blade storm a little bit so I can use it to reactivate my conduit now. Oh, I just blade stormed without having an enrage though, which I think is quite bad. Ooh, the thrusts. Gonna make sure I'm having the Hellmaster as my main target now and be ready with my Stormbolt to stun the cast of the Enraged Beasts, I think it's called. Loyal Beasts, I think that's it. We got the decast, that's very nice. Loyal Beasts should be coming now because it's below 50% HP. So any cast now is going to be Loyal Beasts. Okay, it didn't do it, that's good. Nice. Okay, we have a Stoneborn here. Benthea guy has taken it. And we're just mincing away here. Mincing away. I assume we're going to be running over to the... Okay, yeah, this pack first.
Dodge.
Just going to use my damage now. I should have it back up halfway through the next pack if I use it here. Nice. Okay, gonna charge and interrupt this guy. Shame that charge doesn't stun nowadays. Used to stun.
Watch your step.
I'm gonna use a oh god, I got hit there. I used my rallying cry. Try and help people there. And let's go damage mode. Oh, we got this proc. We got the proc. Second blade storm. Decimating everything. Look at the damage. Rage bath, go on, son. Now we can just spam raging blow all day.
Watch your step. Move.
Nice. 14k. On a pretty long pack as well. This is good. We're keeping up so far. Keeping up with damage. Is that the monk? I'm going to mark the monk with a square so I can see where he is. It's going to help me with the dark blades as well. And time to use damage. We did get the proc. That's really awesome for us. Second blade storm. Look at the damage. Look at the damage. Make sure we Stormbolt. I'm not sure we got that off. I think we were slightly too late. Yeah, we were. Gargans are big. Those Gargans are big. Nice. Still did good damage there, though. Dude, Warrior is so awesome. It is so... I cannot express how much I love having cooldowns up like every single pack. It's just amazing to me. There's just like no class I play that has that luxury right now. Feels amazing. I think after this challenge is over, after I finished it, I think there's a chance I could just be playing a lot of Warrior. It's really, really fun. Oh, we get the proc. Feels nice. Second blade storm. Oh my god, I love it so much. Interrupt this. Nice. We're topping now. Topping the damage overall. That's good. Okay. Now on this boss, we gotta really watch out for where the tank is standing. And make sure I'm getting straight onto the relic now. Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna watch out for where the tank is standing on a health stone here. Because the boss does a frontal on the tank. But sadly the relic's like went and stood straight on top of him. If this were a higher key, or maybe even if this were just tyrannical, I think I would have been dead there, so definitely got to make sure I'm not standing on the tank. So watching where he is at all times. He's the blue marker right next to me now. There we go. Very nice. Gonna get a little bit around this guy. And now I'm gonna pop my damage. Second blade storm here inside my spear.
Watch your step. Avoid.
And the tank's coming over to me, so we gotta make sure we're still not standing close to him. It'll be kind of a circle around him, this crumbling slam. So we just need to stand a little bit further than the imaginary circle behind him. And I'm gonna hold my damage here in case we pull another pack, because we are still a little bit short on percentage before we can do a invisibility skip. We need 79 point something percent if we want to invis here. So it looks like we missed a few of the small packs, like these groundskeepers around the place. So we can't really invis. We need percent. Oh, he knows. Just running straight in. Okay, I'm going to be on top of the Reaver here. Because I know that it's going to be... oh god, here we go. Oh, I kind of had to interrupt my Blaze Storm, which is not good. But we got a second Blaze Storm, so that's kind of fine. I had to interrupt my Blaze Storm, because if that Reaver cast goes off, then it's going to put like a shield on everybody. It's going to do a ton of damage to anyone around it. And then it's going to put a shield on all of the friendlies, which is why I usually skip this pack. It's just quite a pain in the ass, I guess. Alright, we got it there. It's good. And now we still need a little bit more percentage. So let's see what he goes for. Slasher, maybe? We need 6%. Okay, pulled that slasher. Okay, interesting. Definitely not what I would have gone to pull, but sure. I'm just gonna run here. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna make sure he has some aggro before I put down my damage. And looks like we're good to go now. Blade Storm, let's go! And I'm gonna sit on the Reaver to get the next interrupt again as well. There we go, got the interrupt to Reno. Just want to test for science if you can stun these Reavers. Seems like not. Did my Stormbolt there and it was immune. So, in case you didn't know, you can't stun the Reavers. And these slashes knock people back who are in front of them. So make sure you're always standing behind these. If you do pull these, usually you wouldn't pull these mobs, but in these low keys, as I said, people aren't really doing these invisibility skips. So you might end up pulling these, and you don't want to get like wing buffeted back into potentially another pack that you don't want to be pulling, right? So here we're going to wait for the slasher to pass, and we're going to go straight up the stairs, and I assume we're going to have to fight this slasher here. But that's not too bad. Or we can wait and see if it turns to stone. So we're going to go for waiting. Oh, they're invising. I'm going to wait. There we go. And now I can just run straight through. There we go. And we got exactly the right percentage we need. You need 80% by the second boss in this dungeon, if you didn't know. So if you're tanking or anything like that, now you know. And I'm going to save my damage for when the little imp guys spawn on this boss now. Just going to summon a lot of imps here, which are going to run into the middle. As soon as they get stacked up, I'm going to start upping down all my damage. Shame the dismantler kind of screwed me there a little bit. Okay, I'll explain what I did there in just a second. Just a little bit hectic with that dismantler there. So the boss is going to put a curse of stone on everybody, and that's going to turn you to stone after about 3 or 4 seconds. If you have the leap onto you, which is like the brown circle around you, you need to be standing on the corpses of these imps. If you see them right here, they've got the markers on them. You want to be standing on them with this leap here that this guy has. He wants to be standing right here, so the boss leaps onto him, and he'll break the corpses of these stone fiends, which are currently turned to stone, but they're not permanently killed off just yet. Okay, I'm just mincing them all up with Blaze Storm right now. He's going to put the leap on us once more. And if it's on us, we're going to make sure that we stand on the bodies of the imps now. So it's not. And what you saw with me leaping away is if you get decursed or you don't turn to stone, you can actually run away when he's mid-leap. So he will like select his location at the end of the cast, and you actually have like half a second to move away if you don't want to take the damage from the leap. So I waited until he leapt into the air, and then I quickly heroic leapt away to avoid taking damage. So that's kind of, I know it happened quite quickly, but that was like my thought process and kind of what happened. We've actually executed this boss terribly because we haven't killed off any of the imps here. But it didn't matter too much because it was only a 10 and it's fortified, so luckily we got away with it this time around. Now it'll be interesting to see if we're going into this dungeon, into this room here, or the tank can sometimes pull these packs out the door. Looks like he's going to pull them out the door. And I'm going to be focusing down this Gargan at the back because it's got Inspiring on it. Yeah, we're going to be focusing this one, and that means that once it's dead, we can get these Houndmasters down before they do the Loyal Beast cast, making these Gargans even more dangerous. Okay, we got the cast go off. Sadly, we couldn't interrupt the Houndmasters because of this Inspiring, so either we should have CC'd this Gargan inside and pulled the rest of the pack and done it normally, or we could have, oh, we've got we've got a reincarnation here. Nice. So yeah, it meant that we couldn't interrupt the Houndmaster's Loyal Beast. So all 3 of these dogs went sicko mode on the tank and absolutely messed him up, man. Looks like I'm gonna get a res though. Being lazy pays off, huh? Me and the chamois just gonna chill here, man. I'm gonna eat some of this tasty food I have in my bag, left over from BFA, I believe. This one, the Big Mac, right? CC the dog. That's what I'm gonna say. Be inspiring. Look, yeah, the chamois is explaining the previous fight. Also, the leap should go on top of the ads and not away from them, so they will be reawakened, or they'll be reawakened, which is kind of what I was trying to explain to you guys. You know what? He explained it in better terminology than I did. Maybe he should make a 0 to KSM series. Okay, hopefully the monk's gonna like sap the dog here. I could maybe fear it or Stormbolt it, but hopefully he's paralysis. Paralyze it? Paralyze it? Oh yeah, okay, we sheeped it. Nice. Okay, that's good. Okay, as soon as the Houndmaster gets in, I'm gonna use my coolies. Did the Stormbolt Arena, stop the cast, that's good. And now for the next cast, if it goes through, I'm gonna fear it. Nice. Much better this time around. Looks like we had a lot more damage for it as well. Like the mage did his Touch of the Magi combo. Arcane mage, that's kind of cool. I respect it. I respect it. Alright, just move my mic up a little bit. Hopefully you don't hear the keyboard too much today. Okay, what are we gonna do with this pack then? Guess we're gonna focus down the collector. Usually you pull it back into this room and wait for that deadly thrust, and then we're gonna go in here. I think the collector's fine to have in the pack. We just need to focus it down. But we probably don't even need to do that.
Interrupt.
I think I took a deadly thrust there. Gonna throw a stormbolt at it.
Interrupt.
Nice. This went okay. Not too bad, not too shabby. We're doing very consistent trash damage though. I'm very impressed. Top damage appears to just be Blade Storm and Spear and Whirlwind, so no wonder the boss damage is a little on the lower side. Nothing terrible though. Gonna go for the Vi on this, so that we can take the on the actual ones that spawn with the boss here. Also the Vi will buff up the Stoneborns on this boss fight. Because extra haste really does well with these Stoneborns. So if the mage is going to take, I think it's the mage, if he's going to take both Stoneborns, then it's going to mean that we can really capitalize on that for boss damage. It's going to be awesome. Off we go. Make sure I get the here. And I'm going to chuck my coolies down. Second Blade Storm. And now I just go nuts. Spamming Raging Blow. Okay, I got the ghost on me here, so actually you need to run away behind the little pot here. And we can charge back in. I got my cooldowns back again. Don't run away from my spear. Need the crit damage from my legendary here. Stunning in that spear. Nice. What was the boss damage? 7k. That's not bad. 7.7k boss damage. I'll take that for sure. So it's fortified here, so we can't really zerg the boss here, Cigar. So we just got to be on these ghosts. But one thing we got to watch out for is these manifestations of envy. If we get too many of these on us, we're going to need to pop a defensive. Or run over to the tank or something and get it stunned or cleaved down or something like that. But otherwise I'm just going to be focusing my damage onto these souls here. Put my enraged regen now just to get a little bit of self-healing going. Now, it is tempting to just focus the big guy or pad on this whole room. But you're not really helping the team if you do that. You just want to be getting these ghosts down so the guy doesn't have ghosts to heal from later on into the... like into this encounter, I guess you'd call it. Now, after I kill this soul, I'll probably get over to the main guy. And we can start just smashing away on these, probably pop some AoE cooldowns to kill these manifestations here. I've actually died. I think I'm standing in a patch on the ground, yeah. That was a bit foolish of me, to be honest. I was being a bit greedy with my spear. I should have just moved out the spear. But it's fine, we'll get a res afterwards. The Warlock could actually soulstone me. Soulstone. It'd probably be faster. I mean, it's not like we're gonna need 3 reses on the last boss. Right, guys? Right? We only have 5 minutes, so we actually do kind of need to do the soulstone. Here we go. Gonna jump over, make sure I don't accidentally mess up again. Gonna pop my coolies. Nice. I think it was worth it. I'll get them back for the boss here, so.
I tire of your boorish presence.
4 minutes to kill a non-tyrannical boss with bloodlust. I think we'll be just fine.
Your pride undoes you.
Okay, perfect. Got the down. Always make sure you're watching where he channels that beam of red to, because he could be putting it onto a statue, and you gotta look which way the statue's facing. This one's going at the range, guys.
Your pride undoes you.
Can go out and charge back in here. Gonna wait for the statues to come out. Now what I want to be doing is looking where the tank is standing. I think he's on the other side. And I'm going to try and soak 2 here, because you actually take no extra damage from soaking 2. Second Blade Storm. And he looks like it's based on his percentage of HP, so he's probably just going to do the ability straight away once more. Gonna move out. And we can charge back in now. I'm going to take the same position I took on the first time. A Hellstone here. And I need new Kyrian potions as well. I think it used my Kyrian pot also. Move out of the way of that one. Charge back in. Easy timed. Jump out of that. Oh, we would have maybe died there as well, right at the very end. Alright, that's our first Halls of Atonement on this character as well. So 152 score. Getting close to the 1k now, which is good. And we actually did get the neck, which I was talking about previously. Shame it wasn't legs or chest or anything, because we could turn that into a 3rd tier piece, which is kind of what I'm hunting to do next. Get the 4 piece, and I think I want to get it on probably the chest and the legs. But we'll have to have a little look at what's the best piece to have Unity on. I love you, I give my girlfriend. What's going on? Oh, you. Alright. That was not too bad. Not too bad. I'm going to hang on to the neck because it's, as I said, it's good to have a backup in case you need to change around your stats. And I already have a haste crit one as well if I need to change that. So these guys left. And what key did we end up with then? Theater of Pain 11. That sounds like pain. Theater of Pain 11, huh? I think I'm going to leave that one for another day just because it was quite late night and it took quite a while to get a group for this key. So I'm going to leave this episode actually on the shorter side and end on a high because Theater of Pain usually does mean pain. So I'm going to go hand in these emissaries and make sure that we hand in the emissary, get all the calling, get our gold from that. And yeah, we're going to probably close out the episode right here. So thank you very much for watching. I do really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. So we got a nice neck and we got 2 pieces of our second vault. We still have 2 tokens here which we can turn into Cosmic Flux, which is most likely what I'm going to use these for. to get our, most likely at the time, it's going to be our 3rd tier piece, or even our 4th. So these 2 tokens right here could really come in handy when it comes to making our 3rd and 4th tier set, which is going to be awesome. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this kind of series. Let me know again down in the comments and stuff if you like these episodes long, short. This one's a bit on the shorter side, so you guys can see how you feel. You know, maybe it'll be a mixture of long, short, and maybe there's a super long one somewhere. Who knows? But let me know what you guys think of the style of content. If you want music, let me know as well. Otherwise, I've just left the music out, so you can put on whatever music you want to while you watch these, right? If you want music at all, that is. And yeah, let's see Rage Bath in the next episode, see what we get up to. I will do the next episode this week, so we will attempt that Theatre of Pain 11 in the, next episode. All right, so thank you guys for watching. Feel free to check out the stream and leave any comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. As always, have a great day, and peace.